Skin that smoke wagon and see what happens.
How's that for a slice of fried gold?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know how this machine worked.
It seems to run on some form of electricity.
And it was wrong. It was a bad call, Ripley. It was a bad call.
Bad call.
Some are good for fighting, others for dying.
It's Just Two Movies.
Welcome back to another episode of It's Just Two Movies, the show that will stop being made the day this computer just stops thrashing forever. Just CPU's fucking going crazy. My name is Daniel King. In the studio with me this evening, Birdman.
Hey, Dan.
Hey.
At first I was like, is it the evening? And yes, it
Yeah,
is.
yeah. I couldn't tell you, honestly. I feel like I've been going a bit mad myself lately as we do our March into Madness theme,
I guess, for the show.
I don't know. You know, that you're not just a manifestation of my imagination because I needed a good friend.
I'm here, Dan.
Yeah. And you are my good friend. We're good friends. And what do we do? What do we do, you ask? What do you do is what I would like to know. That's so fucking important.
That's right.
Just kidding. I know you're all busy. We watched two movies. One of them, good, objectively, usually. The other one has something in common with it. We hope it's so bad it's good.
Yeah.
And then we talk about both of them.
Mm-hmm.
And this week, since we are doing March into Madness, this like just in casual conversation, if me and someone else are discussing a descent into madness film, this is one that I always mention. Just kind of an off the cuff. It's not a super popular film, but we are of course talking about, because it's in the title, Sunshine.
Yeah, from 2007?
Yes, R-rated film, sci-fi thriller, 1 hour, 47-minute runtime, 7.2 out of 10 on IMDb, 76% on Rotten Tomatoes, directed by Danny Boyle, a good friend of mine. Box office, $34 million, screenplay by Danny Boyle and Alex Garland, stars Cillian Murphy, Michelle Yeoh, Rose Byrne, Chris Evans, Cliff Curtis, Benedict Wong, Hiroyuki Sanada, and Troy Garrity.
What a cast.
Dude, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, just fucking all phenomenal. Man, Hiroyuki Sanada he's like the Asian Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah.
If you can't get Mads Mikkelsen, buddy, you get Hiroyuki Sanada.
Well, he's in Shogun, right?
He is in Shogun, which I've been watching. We'll talk
we'll get to that later. Yeah.
He's the titular of Shogun.
So the only person that, like, as far as the crew, the only person that I'm not familiar with is Troy Garrity. I'm not as familiar with him.
You know what? I don't think I actually know any of Troy Garrity's work. I liked him in this.
Yeah, he was good.
I mean, he's got pretty limited stuff going on, but I thought he was quite good.
Looks like he was in the TV show Ballers for quite a while.
And he was in the show The Good Doctor, whatever, from 2011. I haven't seen it. And he was in Barbershop, I guess.
So, I really like this duo. I really like this duo of Danny Boyle and Alex Garland.
Yeah.
Have they worked together before? I mean,
I don't know.
I'm familiar with some of their work. 28 Days Later. I think they worked together on that.
28 weeks later. 28 months later.
I don't know about the sequels.
28 years later.
But Alex Garland did Annihilation, Ex Machina.
Oh,
he wrote those.
Ex Machina's top tier.
I think he wrote Men. He wrote and directed Men. I
really liked Men, which is kind of a hot take because I thought a lot of people fucking hated it. I thought it was cool, man.
What I'm super excited for is Alex Garland has a movie coming out called Civil War.
Oh yeah. I've seen that too. It looks fucking really cool.
Trailer for that looks good. So that's kind of that's who we're working with here. Really great writer in Alex Garland, and Danny Boyle is a great director too. So actually one more Alex Garland worked on Dredd, which we both love.
Oh yeah, I did also really like Dredd. I've actually revisited that since we watched it on the podcast.
Nice.
And I found that after we cover a film, usually I am less interested in going. It like loses extra rewatch value for me sometimes. Yeah, but I can say that's one where it's not the case. That and The Green Knight and Sorry to Bother You.
Hell yeah.
I fucking love those movies.
The Green Knight.
And Bloody Hell. I could watch that every day.
So, did you talk about budget or box office at all?
I had box office. I didn't have budget.
Looks like the budget was £26 million.
That's heavy.
That's heavy.
What would you say it's about?
Oh, the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
The movie Sunshine.
Sunshine. So, in the future, in the way distant future of 2057,
Right.
the sun is dying, and a group of astronauts has to, it sounds insane. A group of astronauts, they have to fucking man a ship
Yep.
with a bomb
Uh-huh.
and drop the bomb into the sun to reignite it.
That is correct.
That's what this film is about.
Yes.
It is, I don't know, there are a handful of films that I think about that I watched when I was relatively young, because, 2007, it's an older film, not old, but this is one of those first films where I was like, oh my gosh, this is what cinema can be. Like, I don't know, I just love this film.
It is fucking spectacular to look at.
Yeah.
Like, the visuals are fucking awesome in this.
So, I didn't realize this. This is a bit of the trivia. It says the plot does not revolve around the sun dying in the normal sense. Did they talk about that at all?
Not in the film, no.
So it says this is not due for around, obviously, 5 billion years. The sun's not going to
Right.
die. It has instead been infected with a cue ball. They call it a super symmetric nucleus left over from the Big Bang that is disrupting the normal matter. So that's the explanation on that.
Okay.
That's just some of the trivia.
Huh.
I never knew that. That's what it was. You know what I mean?
They don't say that.
They don't say that.
I didn't know that's a thing. I don't know. Crazy if true.
Yeah.
I'm normally the resident space guy, but that's a new one on me. I haven't heard anything about that.
Well, because I've always thought about this. I'm like, it's the year's 2057 in this film, and the sun is dying, and we think about as the little that I know specifically about the sun dying.
Yeah.
It's not going to be for another 5 billion years.
It's going to be for a fucking... It's like, you can do all the shit you want to do between now and then. You don't have to worry
You can
about
get
that.
last year's taxes done.
Yeah.
It's
It's fine. Don't rush.
But that was just an interesting little tidbit.
Yeah, that is fucking cool.
Um,
So what they're doing is they're fucking flying to the sun to fucking park a bomb up its ass
yeah.
to restart nuclear fission.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it is just a giant fission reactor, which is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But there's a bit okay, so imagine that's what you're doing. You're on the space crew, but people start succumbing to space madness or sun madness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would it be? I guess it would be a little bit of both.
Well, because there's definitely movies about space madness.
Yeah. Oh,
But
for sure.
this specifically is like them staring into the sun and shit.
Yeah. So you want to go ahead and get into this?
Let's
this
fucking
puppy.
Dig in, baby. I'm gonna use all the actors' names though, because I cannot
Same.
keep track.
I
of
wrote
all the other
down
ones.
actors' names. So if you're not if you're having a hard time following us, just give it a good IMDb or a Goog.
Yeah.
But
Hey, and leave us a 5-star review on whatever you listen to this on. Go ahead.
real
Dude.
quick, I'll just run this down. Cillian Murphy plays Robert Capa. Rose Byrne plays Cassie. Chris Evans plays Mace. Cliff Curtis, Searle. Michelle Yeoh is Corazon. Mr. Sonata is it Canada? Kanata? Kanata. And then Benedict Wong is Trey. Oh, sorry. And Troy Garrity Harvey. So,
Like-
we're going to use the actors' names.
Benedict Wong has God, I don't know, 4.5, 5 minutes of screen time in the whole film.
Yeah.
And just a really fucking sad arc in no time.
Mm-hmm. And we'll get to that.
Yeah.
I did want to see him a little bit more in this, but
So do you think I should just blah, 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 blah until the spoilery thing happens? And then we just talk about the film until we're ready to spoil it? Or do you want to just chronologically.
I've got a decent amount of notes, but we don't have to cover literally everything that I wrote down.
Okay.
I usually like to go through it chronologically, but I'm also game to, if you just want to run it down, that's up to you.
Yeah, I guess we'll just do so full spoilers from here on out. I am just going to run through it.
Okay.
Then, so they're flying to the sun, and this is the Icarus 2. They find the distress signal for the Icarus 1, and they're going to pass right by it. So they decide maybe we should deviate our course a little bit and see if we can get their payload. If they're all dead, we can at least retrieve their payload. And then we have two shots.
Chances, yeah.
Yeah, 2 chances instead of 1. So they all kind of decide that, okay, yeah, we're going to wind up doing this. And from the moment that they make that decision, based off of, of course I forget his name, Cliff Curtis.
Searle.
Yeah, Searle.
We'll just say just Cliff Curtis. That's fine.
Yeah. Based on Cliff Curtis's argument, who has already succumbed to space madness.
Yes, he has.
He has. He's fucking fully in it.
Yeah.
Which I want to go back to. But anyway, so he convinces them that it's a good idea. And the minute that they veer off course, shit starts going wrong. All kinds of shit. Just fucking goes to hell everywhere. And that's part of what's nice about this movie. We'll come back to that. As they rendezvous with the Icarus 1, they're checking out the ship and they're like, man, this place is fucked. And maybe somebody from the Icarus 1 boarded their ship and they didn't know. As they approach the final mission point, more shit's going wrong. The whole goddamn mission's just going to hell. And there's another assailant aboard the ship. And then at the very end, Cillian Murphy's like, I'm gonna do it. Oh, I'm gonna fill you up, son. And then he goes into the sun. And the thing explodes, and it works.
It works, yeah.
Yeah, it works. And then you cut back to, People on Earth, and the sun shines brighter, and they're like, oh, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, Cillian.
Fuck yeah, Cillian.
You did it, brother.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah, that's the movie, essentially, with other stuff.
But I want to talk about the other stuff, because that's, the story in of itself is interesting, but there's not there's not a lot to it. It's not hard to talk about all the interwoven characters and stuff. It doesn't have a lot of that, but it does this really weird thing where it's just about one thing, one thing. And then they pepper in little stuff along the way that fleshes it out so fucking well.
Just the importance that this mission has on humanity.
Right.
It's either humanity is destroyed or they save it.
Chris Evans is a fucking gem in this.
Dude.
When they're talking about going to the Icarus 1, he's like, but to be totally clear, we're not going to do that, right? Because we're trying to save the human race, and there's literally nothing more important.
Yeah. Chris Evans is, in this, he is, I guess, a realist or what would you, I kind
of thought maybe he was just a rando military guy, but he might not be.
No, I'm saying his personality.
Mm-hmm.
He does not give a shit about anything except completing this mission because he understands the weight of it, right?
He is the person on the ship least concerned with the value of human life. Compared to the grander scale thing that they are set out to do.
Exactly. He is the engineer, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Or maintenance, some sort of maintenance. I can't remember if specifically.
Cillian Murphy's the physicist. He
He
actually created the bomb.
Yep. And they need him the most because he is able to, make all this work. Yeah.
Michelle Yeoh's the bioengineer.
She's a botanist.
Oh yeah, botanist. I fucking love Michelle Yeoh.
Yeah. Sonata, how do you say his first name?
Hiroyuki.
Sonata, he's the captain. Benedict Wong is
mathematician?
Something like that.
I don't know. He's a fucking nerd. And he fucks up straight away.
So I want to talk, the first thing I want to talk about, because this is one of the first things we see.
The opening scene?
Yeah.
Where he's just sitting in the fucking bay staring at the sun.
So we have Cliff Curtis's character. He's just, there's this, like you said, there's this bay where they are, through this window, they can see the sun and you can change the max brightness, I guess, through like some sort of tinting or protective film.
Yeah, protective screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He sees the sun at its max brightness, not its max brightness, how bright he can see it before it burns his retinas, which is what, 3.1%, I believe. I think that's what they say.
I think it is 3. She's like, you could, he's like, can I view 10%? And
she's like, no.
Not a fucking chance, bro. And she's like, but you could observe 3.1% for no longer than, what'd she say, 90 seconds or something?
Yeah, something like that. So this is what you got going on here, because it's like changing the.
Sorry.
I knew you were doing something.
You got me, okay? You got me. Whoa. I left that in last time. I was like, yeah, it's a bit of fun, whatever.
So here's the breakdown. Yeah, Killian, sorry. I keep fucking that up. Physicist. Yeah, Chris Evans, engineer. Is that what I said?
Yeah.
Rose Byrne, pilot.
Yep.
Man, I really like Rose Byrne in this.
Big fan.
She's great.
She's very funny, too.
Yeah. Michelle Yeoh, biologist. I think I said botanist.
Yeah. Fucking Michelle Yeoh's amazing.
She's so good in this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cliff Curtis is the ship's doctor and psychological officer.
Mm-hmm.
Troy Garrity, communications officer and second in command. That's important to remember.
Right.
Sonata, yeah, as I said, the ship's captain. Finally, Benedict Wong as the navigator.
The navigator. Fake sci-fi name. I like it, though.
And the voice of Icarus, by the way, did we give her credit? It's like Chipo Chung or Chippo?
Oh,
Chippo Chung? I'm not sure how you say that.
I don't know how to pronounce that.
But yeah, that's the rundown. So it's crazy how early we can see Cliff Curtis's obsession with this, with the sun, and
instant.
His face is changing. Like there's a conversation that they all have to have pretty early on, and you can already see the skin peeling off of his face, and you're like, "Oh shit, this dude is
staring at the fucking sun like a psychopath."
Yeah, this dude's obsessed.
It's weird that we had a president that stared at the sun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Seems weird.
Seems pretty weird. Hey, maybe you shouldn't do that.
Yeah. They told me no in elementary school, and I was like, why? And they're like, because it fuck your eyeballs up. And I was like, oh, that's a good point.
Good point. So, pretty early on, there's a little bit of... pretty early on and kind of throughout the film, there's tension between Cillian Murphy and Chris Evans. And it starts with Cillian Murphy taking too long to send a message back home.
Right.
And Chris Evans just getting fucking pissed.
Fucking super butthurt about it, dude.
Yeah.
Super butthurt.
Yeah, they fight over that. You know, a little bit of testosterone.
Okay, this part always kind of fucks me up. 100% Chris Evans would stomp the shit out of Cillian Murphy.
Yeah.
But old Cillian gets the upper hand.
Mm-hmm.
Both times they have a little tussle.
A little tussle.
Stop. He's hitting me. Just fucking kids.
He's hitting me. Stop it. I like the
I thought you were gonna say big butts.
I do like that.
Yeah. Can't lie.
How would you describe the room that they go to for, like, the doctor prescribes Evans 2 hours in the Earth room?
Yeah.
Is that room? Can it change? I guess. Like, or
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because he's just like, take the waves back, take it back to the waves. It's just things that simulate Earth.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's kind of whatever you like or whatever you need to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Make you feel like you're back in your natural habitat for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Instead of trapped in a fucking bean can floating into the sun.
A bean can.
Can of beans.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
They're trapped in there like sardines.
There's a point where the captain watches a transmission from Penbacker, and that's like you're like, what the fuck? on my first watch, I remember I was like, "What the fuck's up with this guy?" Like
Yeah.
he looked wild,
Crazy.
Like, it's kind of
Mark Strong.
Yeah, it's kind of distorted, so it's hard to see the full picture.
Yeah.
But immediately you're like, "Whoa!"
When he's like describing, like he was looking at the sun, he's like, "It was beautiful."
Yeah,
Like you're like, that guy's fucking crazy.
yeah.
Also, I like Mark Strong.
Mm.
A good actor.
So
Can't believe I didn't credit him, but he's in the film. It's just there's
Not a lot,
video
yeah.
of him being in the film for I don't know a couple seconds.
well, he's in the film at the end, but
Yeah.
so the actor we're talking about, excuse me, Mark Strong. He plays Pinbacker, who was the captain of the Icarus One.
Yeah.
So the Icarus One went dark, right? Like,
Yeah.
what happened exactly? They
They just got tired of all the static on social media and decided to cut it all off cold turkey.
cut it off, baby.
Moved to fucking Idaho. And just fucking started over.
We'll get back
No,
to Pinbacker, I think.
Yeah, I can tell you what happened.
Or do you want to just go?
Yeah, this is a little spoilery for the film, but what happens on the Icarus One is Pinbacker has gone fucking insane and burned the entire crew.
I guess he locked them in the observation room
And then lifted the screen.
Oof,
But he is also like
pretty badly burned.
burned up. He makes Freddy Krueger look like he's got a pretty good skin routine. You know what I mean? Like he's pretty toasted.
Yeah,
And also fucking crazy.
yeah,
Like super crazy.
mm-hmm.
But we'll come back to him. But that's just what happened there.
yeah.
I do like the way when they get to the Icarus 2, everything's dusty as fuck.
Icarus One.
Icarus 1, yeah. Excuse me. But they get to the Icarus 1, everything's like covered in this film. And they're like, what the fuck is that? And he's like,
It's like dead skin
it's
cells.
the crew. It's skin.
Yeah.
And they're like, what?
Or
And he's
dead
like,
skin,
80% of dust is human skin. And
Mhm.
they're like,
Ugh.
I don't
And they're
think
just-
it's that much, but
I'm not sure, but they're just like, it's like, I felt weird about that part because they're like breathing it in. And,
man. They're, like one guy's got a fucking thing over his face, and everybody else is just in there raw dogging flesh. Ugh,
raw dog and flesh.
nasty boy.
That is, yeah. Oof. So let's see where we at here. I've got quite a bit on when they actually go to Icarus,
Okay,
or like when
Yeah,
they get
no,
the frequency or whatever.
let's touch on some of that stuff. So they get the frequency, and then I want to talk about like all the shit that fucking goes wrong like straight away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they Garrity, the comms officer, he tells them that he's checking the comm systems, and while scanning the frequencies, he heard a transmission. I guess when they flew into the dark side of Mercury, I believe.
I'd have got Mark Wahlberg for that guy. What do
I
you
think
mean?
I
It's
think we
me,
need to-
isn't it?
I think we need to go to that ship. I think we need to get these people.
Who knows? They might be really cool.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's just Mark Wahlberg, but from The Departed. He's just a fucking prick. Bro, you're just the comms officer, dude. Calm down. I like the bit when they pass, or when Mercury passes them by.
Oh, that's cool.
That was really cool. They got to view that.
I like it. Yeah, when they're sitting in the observation room and they see just fucking Mercury pass between them and the sun.
Yeah,
oh,
that was
dude, that's
really
fucking
cool.
dope.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they get this transmission, and I don't know about the science. A lot of the science in this is not going to make sense. Don't watch it and think
No,
this is right.
no. I give it pretty creative license, like pretty much straight away.
Yeah, exactly.
The first spacewalk, I was like, okay, that's out the window.
Yeah, exactly. They said that the iron content of Mercury acted as an antenna. Not really sure if that's something that could happen. Like that's how they got that transmission or whatever.
Oh man,
Yeah, that's what they said. I was like, I had to pause it. I was like, wait, what?
that's crazy.
Maybe that could. I don't know. I'm not really sure if that's legit or not.
No, I don't know.
But that's how they got the transmission
They thought enough about a lot of it
to make
me cool with it. Like
yeah.
the design of the ship. We should probably say this: the ship, it looks like an umbrella without the hook at the bottom.
Yep.
So it's got this big spans in front, which is like a solar shield,
Mm-hmm.
which is a really good idea.
Fucking cool.
And if those are, God, what's the fucking word I'm looking for? Like polarized, where you can shift to a different color at a certain point,
Mhm.
they'll actually help as a booster to get away from the sun.
Mm.
So you wouldn't have to, like, they don't have to effectively turn around. They could just flip this shield from dark mode to light mode. Essentially, it would just be easy as flipping a switch, and then it would actually propel the ship faster away from the sun.
Cool. Yeah.
A solar sail for all you fucking nerds out there
all you nerds.
yelling about it.
Where was I? Sorry.
The signal?
Yeah, the signal. So they have this conversation, and they bicker about stopping at Icarus 1, and obviously, as we said earlier, Evans is completely against it. Tell me we're not going to do this. We're not actually going.
Yeah. Just to be clear, right?
It does make sense, though, to have 2 chances.
To double the payload?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I like the way that Sonata's like, he's like, listen. He's like, oh, you're going to take a vote? Is this a democracy now? And he's like, no, this is not a democracy. We're a team of scientists, and we're going to make the most educated decision ever. We're going to leave that up to our head engineer. Cillian Murphy's like, God.
He's like, fuck.
Yeah. So they decide to do it. I love the way that he's like, he's running all the tests or whatever, and he's like, how sure are you, that it'll work? And he's like, it's 50-50. And he's like, it's a guess. He goes, is it going to work? And he's like, it would be a guess. He's like, well, you still got to make a guess. He's like, you're asking me to predict if it's going to be heads or tails if you flip a coin. And Sonata's like, so is it heads or tails? He's just like, immediately like, it's heads. Fuck. So they decide to do it. They decide to fucking pony up and...
So here's where the first, let's talk about what goes wrong first. Like what really goes wrong.
Oh, yeah.
This is a pretty big mistake. They hear an alarm. It's Rose Byrne and Cillian Murphy are hanging out. They hear an alarm go off. Benedict Wong, he calculated and the trajectory, he calculated it to intercept Icarus 1.
Yeah, like how long to burn the fuel. And that's a lot of fucking number crunching.
Yeah, exactly. But what he forgot to do was realign the shields that protect the ship from the sun.
Oh, right, because they are in between the sun and Mercury. Yeah, it's hot as a motherfucker, man. Yeah.
So it fucks up 4 panels, I believe.
That's not bad. Pretty
not
small
bad.
Margin for error.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like everybody's like freaking out about it, and he's like about to Sabuku himself. You know what I mean? And Hiroyuki Sanada's like, "Hey,
we're not dead.
It's not 10,000 degrees in here.
Yeah,
we're all still alive. Just what do we do to fix the problem?" So they have to do a spacewalk to go out and repair the panels.
How about those bomb-ass gold suits, though?
Bruh, that's where Trump saw those and was like, this is it for my shoe.
I gotta make sneakers.
Yeah, this is for my shoe. They'll be amazing. Everybody will love them.
Oh, those suits were... I wonder if there was a reason for them being gold.
I
don't know.
Well,
I just thought about that.
Gold does have specific properties, like not just that it's like yellow and soft, but it actually has like interesting other properties as well, which make it valuable for like the tech industry. Like there's gold in your phone and your smartwatch and all that shit.
It's got titanium, Danny.
Yeah, fucking A, man. Some of it's titanium, baby. They use all kinds of precious metals and that shit, but small amounts. Yeah. Anyway,
I did like the suits though.
Maybe a radiation thing. Maybe gold reflects more radiation than other surfaces.
So, 2 people have to go out to fix these panels. I like how Chris Evans volunteers Cillian Murphy.
Right. Just the only guy that knows how to detonate the bomb. You go, bitch.
Like, wait a minute.
It's just salty. He got beat up by him earlier. I would be too. Look at Cillian Murphy. He's just a little gangly fella.
He is. So Cillian Murphy goes, and then Captain goes as well. Man, I really like him, and God, he's just so
fucking intense. But he's also been staring at the sun and going mad in his spare time. Just when he's got
just a little bit of, not as bad as Cliff Curtis though.
No, Cliff Curtis is like fucking. He's over the edge, baby.
He's losing it. So it is. They say, I believe, is it Garrity? I believe it's Garrity says when they. What was it? I wrote down. So it's expected that when angling the damaged portion of the ship away from the sun, the ship's 2 comms towers will be destroyed. Fuck. And they're like, we'll just worry about that later.
Right.
Basically. Like,
right.
Well,
If you've already deviated, what the fuck else are you going to do?
Yeah.
Like, because when they deviated, it fucking caused a fire. All the fucking plants in the terrarium thing burned. And, dude, it was just a fucking,
it's a mess.
Full-on fucking disaster.
Yeah, the reflected light destroys the oxygen garden and the O2 reserves. Fuck.
Right. Probably shouldn't keep those in the same place. I'm just
Probably
saying.
not.
I'm
Probably
just saying. NASA, call me.
I'll
just sit around and drink beer and tell them how to do it.
I wrote down, there's a part where Michelle Yeoh calls Evans Flyboy. That cracked me up.
God,
I don't even know what that means or why she called him Flyboy, but
he's not even the pilot.
No.
Yeah.
I like another note from me. It just says the Goldie Boys have to fix 4 panels. The Goldie Boys.
That's true though.
It'd be true.
That's true. But it's time to get back inside. We got it fixed. Time to get back inside. The ship's already turning. We can't.
But
we can't deviate the shields any longer.
Unfortunately, Cillian Murphy goes back to the ship.
Yeah. But
Captain, he don't make it.
No.
He tells Murphy
because he wants to look at the sun.
He wants to look at the sun. He tells him to get the fuck out of here. Go back to the airlock. An autopilot returns the shield to its original alignment. And fucking Captain, he gets that.
God, it looks epic as fuck. It does, man. It looks insane. Mm-hmm. It's cool. It actually would be like a really beautiful way to go. To just be immediately incinerated by.
What would happen if you were that close? Just like.
Okay, so later in the movie, there's a guy who like freezes out in space,
mm-hmm.
and he hits a thing, and his arm just like shatters.
Wouldn't his whole body shatter, or no?
I don't know. It just depends on where you hit. Like like breaking ice. You know what I mean? Who knows what it does? But anyway, when he floats up past the screen and just like kind of. It would be less dramatic than that because there's not air for oxygen to be there, but it would still burn. If that makes it like the radiation would just fucking incinerate it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Sciences and radiation. Radiation's fucking terrifying, man.
Yeah.
All that being said, though, I wish we did have a power plant like 5 miles away from me, like a nuclear power plant. It would be awesome.
You think?
Yeah, I do. Like, safest form of energy. I mean, as long as the people running it aren't
exactly
stupid. Oh, fuck. As long as they aren't from here.
From Bunter.
Shit. A real Homer Simpson scenario there.
So Benedict Wong, this kind of seals his fate, really.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I mean, this is a huge mistake.
He feels like such a fucking idiot.
He's unable to cope with all this. So he's basically a suicide risk at this point.
Yeah.
They place him under heavy sedation, and he spends almost the entire film under that. Yeah. So
until he comes out of it and immediately kills himself.
Yeah. Brutal.
Just commits suicide. Yeah, but pretty brutal depiction of suicide in this film, by the way. If that's a triggery thing for you, it's
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a little disturbing the way it's painted, but
it is
good for me nonetheless.
When he does wake up, he hears something, and I think that kind of sends him over. You know, it's like a little further in the film.
Oh,
and it's something even worse, and it's like I think that sent him over the edge, and like you said, he just kind of immediately goes and
couldn't do it.
But they don't find him until a little while later.
Until they've already been like, okay, Chris Evans is going to kill him.
Yeah.
Because they only have enough oxygen to make the delivery point for the payload for X amount of people.
4 people, I believe. Yeah.
3.
4. I think it's 4.
Is it 4? I thought it was only 3 because he's like, oh, man.
Chris Evans.
Does he say 3 out of 7 or 4 out of 7 short straws? That's a lot of short straws or whatever he says.
At this point, Garrity is in charge of the ship. He's second in command, which seems weird.
He's a fucking bitch. Just talking mad shit on him.
He does actually, I mean, okay. He doesn't seem in the right mindset to be there Do you know what I mean?
No, he's fucking space madness.
Space madness.
Everybody's got a little touch of it, I think.
Yeah.
Except for maybe Rose Byrne and maybe Cillian Murphy.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Just something about Garrity screams like he shouldn't be on this mission.
No.
He's just like he's good at his job, but when
as
it
long
comes
as
down,
he's not doing anything other than that,
exactly
when it comes, fine.
Yeah, when it comes down to making the really tough decisions that could possibly end a life, he's just like, well, not me,
Right?
Well, I don't want to die.
I'm the captain. That's kind of what the captain does, bro.
Yeah.
Sorry about you.
Sorry, man.
It's like the worst part of being captain. Sorry, it's your first day, and
so
you have to die for the team. But...
Right? Yeah. So at this point, like we said, they don't have enough O2 to get to the drop point, so they have no other choice but to go to Icarus 1 now.
Right.
They have to.
Yeah. And
they
when
don't have
they
enough
go,
oxygen.
They don't send everybody. They send fucking crazy ass Cliff Curtis.
Yep.
They send fucking Chris Evans.
Garrity.
Yep.
And then who else? There's the four guys, right? That left.
And Cillian Murphy.
Cillian Murphy, yeah.
Yeah. So they go, and then, long story short, the fucking chamber that connects the two gets exploded, and they're like, "Oh fuck, we got to get back to the ship."
Yeah, I wonder who did that.
They only have one suit.
Yeah.
So
we got a real 2001
real
Space Odyssey.
Real fucking Sophie's Choice thing going on here. Yeah.
You know what I mean, though, with the...
Oh, yeah. With the one suit.
With the airlock, because he does that in
yep.
2001.
Same shit. Fucking horrifying, bro.
Oh, my God. Yeah, one suit. So Cillian Murphy gets it, obviously, because he's the physicist.
Mm-hmm.
So they have to. The other guys have to wrap themselves in
emergency blankets and shit.
Yeah. Fuck. What's the name?
Just emergency blankets.
It's like but it's like lining the walls.
Yeah,
of
it looks
the
like
ship,
astronaut material and shit.
Yeah,
insulator.
And some sort of insulation.
Which you'd have to in space because even that close to the sun, it's still very cold. Yeah. Quite cold in the shade.
Right.
Actually,
quite cold in the shade.
So yeah, they're just gonna fucking Cliff Curtis is like, somebody's got to stay here to operate the switch.
Oh,
I got you.
Yeah,
because he's fucking crazy. He knows that he wants to go to the observation deck and burn himself alive, staring at the sun. So he's like,
he's obsessed.
I'll do it. I got you. So he fucking launches him out the airlock. Cillian Murphy gets there. He fucking grabs a hold of Chris Evans and throws him in there. Mm-hmm. And then old fucking bitch boy just goes floating off into space. And Cillian Murphy's like, man,
he gone.
Good riddance. He gone.
He was a punk anyways.
Yeah, he was a punk, dude. He ordered Cillian Murphy to take off the spacesuit. He said, take it off and give it to me.
I'm the captain.
Yeah. Dude. That's the only guy that knows how to operate the thing that you came all the way here for.
Exactly.
What are you doing?
It's either you or humanity. Make the fucking right decision, man.
You of course. I've met a lot of humanity, most of them underwhelming, for being honest.
Not a fan. You know what I really...
I'm joking. A lot of people are great.
Oh, yeah. I like the George Carlin bit about people. He's like, oh, I like people. I love people. It's just when they get into groups. You know what I mean? Like, and that's kind of how I feel.
Yeah.
I really liked when they first entered Icarus 1, we get these really quick flashes of the people that were on the ship.
On the ship, yeah.
That was really cool. That,
fucking neat, man.
I don't know. Just, you don't really get to see them, those characters, other than Pinbacker.
Yeah.
The captain of that ship, but just kind of gives you a sense of what they sacrificed and ultimately what they went through.
Oh, yeah. So they get back on the ship, and fucking Chris Evans' hand is like black, you know,
fucked up
because he just was in the vacuum of space. Naked, like just wrapped in blankets. What the fuck?
That probably wouldn't work though, right?
Like hypothetically, if it were very, very brief exposure, you could survive it. Maybe.
Really? I guess because of that.
The difference
that
is
jettison,
you being in a spacesuit. If you're in a spacesuit, your suit is pressurized.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in space in a spacesuit and you unpressurize your suit, you're dead.
Right.
Man, I would think the same thing would happen though because they were in a ship. Maybe that pressurization stabilizes. I fucking don't know.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I would think that might be plausible, but I don't know.
Might be some trivia about that.
Yeah, the other guy, he fucking hits a comms tower or whatever and just fucking shatters like glass.
Yeah. That was
And then
done well.
Floats up into the sun and he's just like, just fucking
just
dust.
Dust, baby. Yeah. Man, like you said, it's from that one moment, everything just
goes to hell.
Shit,
Let's talk about the part of the movie that people traditionally do not like. What do you think about crazy Freddy Krueger Penbacker getting on the ship?
It really does change the tone of the film, but it makes sense to me.
Yeah, I like that he's always distorted because he's full on fucking madness.
Yeah.
And man, it does give it a fucking creepier vibe though when they're like, Penbacker's alive, he's on the ship, he's insane.
Mm-hmm.
And you always get these like distorted looks at him or whatever, and the shit he says is fucking creepy as hell.
I think when he's talking about God, I think he's referring to the sun.
He is.
Yeah.
I spoke to God for 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's the craziest thing you can say.
I like it. I know a lot of people have an issue with the final act, and it does change the film a little bit. I think it makes sense, though.
I like it a lot, man. What if Cliff Curtis wouldn't have died? You think they'd have been a couple of peas in the pod?
Maybe.
You know what I mean? Maybe they just got there and orbited the sun together or linked their ships up and been like,
fuck yeah, dude, the sun.
The sun, bro.
But you think about the Icarus One.
Whap.
You think about the Icarus One, the first fucking people to try this. One of them is most likely going to go mad. And it happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it makes sense. So,
pretty heavy thing to ask somebody to do.
Yeah.
Hey, would you fly into the sun and drop off this theoretical explosive?
Like, you can maybe come home. You probably will, but
we think we're going to plan.
Not.
We're going to plan that you do, but just in case, it might be good to be prepared
to not
get your affairs in order.
Get your affairs in order. Yeah, yeah, man, I like it. I mean, what do you?
I like it. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I think that were it done almost any differently, I would hate it.
Yeah,
like I think they did it. They're like, okay, so this crazy guy gets on their ship. Okay, it makes it more like sci-fi horror, like an Alien kind of situation. But they, in my opinion, they play it just right. Is like they just have a fucking psychotic stowaway who already killed a ship full of people.
Yeah,
and it works. Mm-hmm. In his weird religious interpretation of fucking the gravity of the sun, and we are all dust. He's creepy. It just fucking works for me.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, I think it works really well. I try to think about the film without him. Like, obviously, they would still stop at Icarus 1. But what would happen if none of that happened? They just dropped the bomb and then... you know what I mean? Like,
a little less dramatic. I mean, what else happened?
Yeah.
Chris Evans dies trying to fucking kickstart the coolant systems or whatever.
Yeah, he gets caught in the coolant, right? Or like in the freezing.
Michelle Yeoh gets stabbed by the crazy guy. So
Penbacker. Yeah.
So imagine that doesn't happen. Rose Byrne also gets stabbed by the crazy guy, so that doesn't happen. It's just Cillian Murphy and
Rose Byrne.
It's just Cillian Murphy and two fucking hot ladies fly to the sun and die.
Right. Yeah, because they probably wouldn't be able to make it back home.
No,
because I don't think they
at that point. No,
they didn't have enough oxygen.
If they could get back to the Icarus 1, maybe because the Icarus 1 had enough. It had like way more oxygen reserves.
Maybe the oxygen reserves were like intact. It was perfect. I don't know. I like the way the film is. I think they did a fucking fantastic job. Is there anything else that we want to touch on there? I mean, we covered a lot. I mean, we guess that we could cover more of the ending because
so
just with Cillian and everything.
Yeah, there's a big kind of fucking slug out there at the end with Cillian, Rose Byrne, and Penbacker.
The three of them are in the bomb.
Yes. Yeah, they're in the payload.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy. Like, because Rose was being chased by Penbacker, so she went to the bomb, he followed her, and then eventually Cillian Murphy makes it there. And he tussles with old Penbacker. What do you think about the the skin. He rips the skin off of his whole arm.
Just fucking nasty because
to
he's just
escape
been
him.
staring at the sun like a fucking psychopath.
That was done pretty well, though.
He would be blind. Oh, yeah. The look of the skin peeling off. Yeah, pretty gnarly. Look good, though. They're having a fight, and Killian fucking gets to detonate his bomb.
He gets away, yeah. It's fucking crazy, man. Like, this film is wild.
Cinematically, the end of it, when Killian ignites his bomb, I was like, fucking almost brought a tear to my eye. Like, dude, it's so like such a beautiful moment, you know, of just like awe and wonder and like, oh my God, it worked. I did it. You know, I saved humanity.
Yeah.
And look at how beautiful and the raw power of the sun. You know, I get it.
Yeah.
It's cool. Kind of wish I could go Sun Madness.
Sun Madness. Yeah, I kept getting chills throughout this entire film. Just really well done.
Yeah. How many sun thumbs?
Sun thumbs?
If you're so you had 10 thumbs and all your thumbs were
one of the things I saw on Wikipedia like at the end it said it said time and space distorted when he approached the sun, like when Cillian Murphy approached the sun.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Okay, he does mention that too.
Yeah. And then he reaches out and touches the surface of the sun. Seeing the visuals, and it's just, again, it's just perfect.
Fucking insane.
And then back on Earth, we see Cillian Murphy's sister and her children, and they're listening to his transmission, and they witness the sun's light starting to shine again. So, fucking worked. And again, him just saying, you know, if it's a beautiful
particularly
day,
beautiful day.
Yeah,
you know we succeeded. You gave me goose pimples right now. I got them. I got them. Because
he says pimples. He says that in the beginning to his mom and dad. So,
yeah,
man, yeah, just great.
Beautiful
movie. So we doing.
I say sun thumbs.
Sun thumbs.
Oh yeah.
Man, those are some hot thumbs.
Fucking hot thumbs, McGee.
The hottest of thumbs, baby.
They used to call me.
Fuck.
Oh man, I heard he thumb banged a girl on the bus. You know what I mean? Just stupid shit.
Oh shit. I don't think it's a perfect film. I think it's close.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Fuck. I'm torn between like a 9 or a 9.5, maybe a 9.
I think I'm gonna stick with 9.
Like a 9.
Visuals spectacular.
Excuse you.
As a little something about the structure that's lacking. I can't put my finger on it though because I like the film.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Some of that and maybe like some of the dialogue felt a little like forced at times.
Yeah,
not all of it. But ultimately, yeah, it's really, really good film that didn't get much attention.
No,
unfortunately.
No, barely any at all. Like I bet if I asked 20 people that I knew if they'd ever seen this movie, I bet the universal answer besides you is no.
Yeah. I guess it said gross worldwide ended up being 34 million. So
I maintain pretty goddamn good.
Yeah, it maybe made a little bit of money. You can't buy this on fucking Blu-ray. You can't buy this. Like, unless it's like on eBay and somebody's selling a copy for fucking $50.
What the fuck?
Doesn't exist.
Huh.
I was like, I need to buy this. Because I told you, I was like, I could have swore I owned Sunshine.
Yeah.
On DVD or Blu-ray.
It must have been Little Miss Sunshine.
Right.
The movie about that.
And I went to Amazon.
Little girl. I've never seen
Sunshine. Yeah, you can't buy it. So it's owned by Fox, which Disney owns Fox now. And we probably won't ever see.
It'll come out of the vault at some point. Like it'll be like you get a package, The Lion King, Cinderella, Sunshine. It's come back out of the vault. You put that stupid big fat fucking white VHS case. You know what I mean? Stupid.
I like it.
I fucking hate it.
Yeah, man.
All right. Speaking of fucking hating things,
let's probably go hate Space Mutiny.
Space Mutiny. We will be back after a word from our sponsors. It's Just Two Movies is brought to you by 3AM Sweets. 3AM Sweets, freeze-dried candies at 3amsweets.com. That's the number 3. AM, as in late as fuck, sweets.com. Big fan of the Junior Mints myself. That's my kind of fucking go-to little treat. But yeah, 3AM Sweets, it's a locally owned business by a good friend of ours in front of the show, J-Bone. Yeah, check out their stuff at 3amsweets.com. You got a one-time 25% off discount code with the code word, which is Load Toad. One word, Load Toad. Not sure why that's the password we're going with, but that's that'll do it for you. It's 25% off full order. I believe it's a one-time, just a one and done. But yeah, fucking check out their package and upgrade your snackage at 3amsweets.com.
We're gonna get up in it, boy.
I fucking Googled moon babies. That's not the name of any of the things that
Moon babies.
Why am I like this? You know what I mean? Wouldn't think I have a difficult technical job. I'm like, we watched a movie 20 minutes ago called Moon Babies. It's not what it's called. It's called Space Mutiny. We're back. And we watched it.
Oh, we're back?
Movie Space Mutiny.
Are we recording?
Yeah. I'm always recording, especially when you're pooping.
Oh, fuck.
We watched Space Mutiny.
It's a 1988 South African American space opera science fiction film. It really is. I swear. It is.
Okay.
Whose credited director, David Winters, and replaced by... Oh, he was replaced by someone else during production.
Huh.
So anyways, yeah, Space Mutiny, 1988. You want to hear the full cast, Danny?
In a second. It's got a 2.1 out of 10 on IMDb, a 12% on Rotten Tomatoes. Stars, you're going to do all that. And budget. Hold on.
You got budget?
No. It's just a little drop down on Google that said budget, but it lied.
It lied.
Yeah. No, afraid I don't have the budget. I would say
$20.
I don't know. No. I mean, if I had to guess realistically, I'd say, I don't know, maybe $750,000. The props didn't look bad. It's in a warehouse. That's not free usually to blow up a thing in a warehouse.
Yeah. It doesn't say. It just says what it grossed worldwide, which was just shy of $400,000. So
maybe a profitable film. We don't know. Can't comment.
Probably not. Probably not. You ready for the cast?
Oh, because we need to play for time? Yes. Please, if you could tell me everybody that's in the movie, we could do the entire billing.
You're not supposed to tell them that.
No.
That we're doing that.
Oh, yeah. I'll cut that out.
You won't.
I will. Maybe. Probably. I probably will.
All right. Credits in order. Reb Brown. John Philip Law. Just saying names. All right. Reb Brown as Dave Ryder. John Philip Law as Elijah Calgan. James Ryan as McPherson. Just McPherson. That's his name. Cameron Mitchell as Alex Jansen. This Alex January, it's time to Jansen down.
Okay.
Sissy Cameron as Lee Jansen, another Jansen. You heard that right, folks. There are two Jansens.
Two Jansens.
In this film. Double the Jansen, double the action.
That's right.
Graham Clark as Scott Devers as Graham Clark. What? Billy Second as Lieutenant
First.
Lieutenant First. Rufus Swart as Steve Caudell. Arthur Hall as Mortuary. His name's Mortuary?
This is an ASMR podcast in this bit.
Mortuary Keeper? Huh. What a name. Norman Anstey as Joseph Enforcer. That's his name in the movie?
Joseph? I guess, yeah. Joseph Enforcer.
Or maybe he plays in... Maybe that's what it is. Who knows? Oh, I like this name. Rick Skidmore.
Oh, that's a good one.
He probably shits his pants a lot.
Probably.
He's the chief engineer. Oh, here's another good name. Guy Pringle.
Oh, fuck.
I wish my name was Guy Pringle.
Pringle, Guy? Suspicious.
He was the bodyguard. He was Calgon's bodyguard.
Oh, okay.
Claudia Jacobs, female lieutenant. I'm almost done. I'm not.
Yeah.
Evan J. Clisser as Mohawk.
We got like 9 more minutes of this, so
I bet he was the guy with the mohawk.
Yeah, probably John Mohawk.
Cameron Mitchell Jr. as Blake. As Chip Mitchell? That's confusing. Gary D. Sweeney. I like that. Gary's Weenie.
Gary's Weenie.
Gary's D. Weenie as Ranger. Nice.
Okay.
He killed it. Mark Grayton as Max. Just Max.
Okay.
Probably not mad, though. Dennis Robbins, Norris, like Chuck? No. Couldn't be. Kevin Kirby as Sid. The kid?
Sid Vicious?
Sid Vicious.
Sid Fishes. Just a guy that he's like, I wish I was back on Earth fishing.
We got Keith Carey. He played Draker.
Okay.
I like it. It's a pretty cool name for a bad guy. If he's a bad guy, I don't know.
It probably is. At least half of the people in this are.
Right. Colton Green as Colton. That makes sense.
Green.
Chris Lowe as Zone.
Zone?
Just Zone.
It's a fucking good one. So Birdman's going to read the entire billing because there's not much to
I'm almost done. Don't worry. I'm almost done.
You're not.
Neil Carrick as Trask. I always like that name, Trask.
Trask?
Yeah. You ever known anybody by the name of Trask?
In X-Men Days of Future Past.
God damn it, Danny. You were supposed to say no.
The titular...
What about this
titular,
tits?
the tit bad guy. His name's Trask.
Is it?
Yeah.
Nice. That's a good bad guy name.
It's played by fuck. What is his name?
You look
I'll
that
come
up.
back with it since we're
I'll
just
keep
doing
going.
name talk.
David Rogan as Fritz.
No relation.
No relation. Madeline
It's maybe one of the best jokes on this podcast.
Madeline, I'm not really sure. Raynal. She played Genera as her name, but spelled different. That's weird. Camille Mitchell, the voice of the woman that didn't talk throughout the entire film.
Nice.
Naomi Goldberg.
Peter Dinklage.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, plays Bolivar Trask in X-Men Days of Future Past. That's where I was going with that. Had to look it up. Couldn't remember.
Peter D. Good actor.
Peter D.
Where was I before I was rudely interrupted? Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Naomi Goldberg. No relation.
Yeah. Keep reading those names off that list.
Twana. She played Twana. And finally, for Barbarians. Oh, no, sorry. Barbarians. Oh, Beleriand. That's what that's the name of their people, I guess.
Yeah.
The Belerians.
Yeah.
For Beleriand 1 through 5. Are you ready?
Yes.
Vera McCollin.
Okay.
Lisa Alexander.
All right.
Jeanette Moltke.
Jeanette Moltke?
Whoa, that's crazy. There are two. The Belerians, there are two of them with the name Jeanette, but spelled different. That's interesting.
Like Jeanette?
One's Jean, like Jean-Claude. Jeanette. And then the other one's Guinette.
With a G?
With a G.
Okay.
Is this good content?
No. No, certainly not. But yeah, we'll make you suffer for 5 minutes for the...
One more name. You ready?
Yep. Let's have that last one.
Laura Fremont.
Laura Fremont.
As Beleriand number 5.
Yeah. I'll start saying names of people I've met before. Jeff Pottist.
Oh, shit.
Boyan Karan.
So, Danny, if you had to tell the listener what this movie was about.
Fuck me. Okay, so you're on a big spaceship, great big spaceship, and there are two factions of people on this spaceship, and the ones that are not in charge are like, we should be in charge. And then there's a laser fight that lasts 2 hours. Nailed it. Right? Tell me I'm wrong. There is nothing in this that builds anything. They're just like, I think we should, they think this and we think this.
There are vampires in this?
Yeah, they're
That'd be
vampires.
cool if there were.
In the nightclub, I was like, oh, it's cool. Vampires are still in style, in the nightclub. Oh, like 3 or 4 vampire guys dancing. Hula hoops were really...
Yeah, I mean, that's
really
it's
still
the 80s.
Popular in the culture.
It's the 80s.
In the future.
Right, yeah. Is this supposed to be the future? Maybe it's just set in the 80s.
It could be in a place very far away, but at the exact same time, because I think this came out in the 80s. So hula hoops.
Yeah, 1988.
And weird clubs and bubbling drinks were probably in high demand.
Yeah, so you've got the main ship, the Southern Sun.
Oh, yeah.
Looky there.
Huh.
Sun.
Solar. Sunshine. You get it.
Space.
You see what we're doing. Space.
Mutiny.
Madness. That we didn't shut this off. Like, okay, I'll be honest with you. I was actually quite taken with this for maybe the first 45 minutes.
45 minutes.
I was
gold.
having a lot of fun, but the second 45 minutes are just.
It's just a laser fight.
It's the same. At 45 minutes for the last 10 minutes, it's been a laser fight, which is pretty entertaining. For the last 45 minutes, it's 40 minutes of that same laser fight, and it's exhausting. It's not interesting, and I just fucking don't care that they have a 50-minute long laser fight. Yeah, there's some funny dialogue in it, though. There's that bit where that guy's like, ah!
Yeah. That was pretty fun.
How many thumbs you give it?
we're just
fucking done talking about it. Like,
really?
Yeah, we could just bullshit about some other stuff. I have nothing to say about
That's
this.
it.
I don't know what. Okay, you had some fun facts about it. You say like the props were fucking hijacked from Battlestar Galactica or whatever.
Everything outside of the ship is just from Battlestar Galactica, like the special effects outside of the ship. They were just copied from 1978-79 series Battlestar Galactica. What do you think about that, Dan?
I think that's an interesting fact. I feel like they probably copied the rest of everything else from this, probably from something else. From something less interesting for damn sure.
Yeah.
But they were trying to do a Battlestar Galactica thing because there's a lot of like, that storyline's got to like overthrow the captain, want to, form a secret alliance. How do you feel about that?
You son of a bitch, I'm in.
There's a lot of that.
The director has publicly disowned the film.
Oh yeah.
So
too bad though, because you made it.
Well,
and now it's out there.
Here's the thing that
now I've seen it, so you're in deep shit.
Listen up.
I'm listening.
So this is kind of sad. I won't lie. The first day of production, the director received a call that his father died.
Oh.
So he passed the duties to the assistant director. So I think the film just from there it was just a mess. You know what I mean?
That sounds right.
So I think that's why he's disowned it. It's like, that's not me, baby.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. All right.
But
you get a pass on that one.
The assistant director, Neil Sundstrom.
Sunshine. There it is. God, we're fucking really good at this. For real. We're killing it.
Yeah. Fucking nailed it. It says eventually the film the law firm, I guess a law firm in charge of production contacted him to explain that on the contract with the investors, it was agreed that he would basically he's got to be the director, and they could sue if not. Wow, what a shitty situation! Like so the filming location was in South Africa. I guess he flew back like once his dad died, obviously.
So they made District 9?
They did make District 9 there. Dude flew back to the United States and then I guess got in some legal trouble there.
That sucks, man. That sucks. And so does the movie. It's fucking... Look, it's pretty entertaining for about 45 minutes, but if you have an intent to sit down and watch this thing to the bitter end, I don't think it's going to knock your socks off.
No. I wonder if there's any trivia on this. Want to check out some trivia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got some trivia? You got trivia questions? Or are they just fun factoids?
No, just fun factoids.
Okay.
Oh, just like you said, I mean, we could tell this while watching the movie. It was mostly filmed in a factory warehouse.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, no shit.
There's a bit where okay, this is pretty entertaining. There's an explosion going off like in this ship, like in the boiler room or the hull or wherever. I don't know, where they keep the fucking engines and shit. And they zoom out to look at the explosion. It's just in a warehouse, but you can see the windows like in they're open, which doesn't really translate to the vacuum of space, but pretty fun either way.
Yeah, that was pretty fucking silly. One of the most popular episodes of Mystery Science Theater 3000. Of course it is.
I might give this another watch after the show.
Just this movie?
No, the Mystery Science Theater 3000 version.
Yeah, that would probably be a good time.
Yeah.
What was up with the Balerians?
I'd like to see how they wrote comedy into viewing this. You had to have had just a couple of good running jokes right up front. Because, boy, this thing is just...
Yeah.
It's just a lot of the same stuff.
Well, here we go.
Forever.
You ready?
Yeah.
Says the sequences with the Balerians were added in post-production after the initial cut of the movie came in too short.
How short? 6 minutes? Like...
Well, think about all the stuff with the Balerians. Those ladies.
Oh, yeah. I guess if all of it was there, it probably would be like maybe 10 minutes too short.
No, it would have been like maybe like 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah.
15 minutes.
Yeah, probably in the
something
ballpark.
like that. Yeah, that's crazy.
A lot of seduction scenes.
What was up with them though?
Ooh, and they're touching that, that ball that you buy at Spencer's Gifts that has the electrical node or whatever, and you touch it and it arcs to your hand. That thing.
That thing.
I had like 6 of those bad boys in there. Pretty sweet.
Hell yeah.
$30. $30 Spencer's Gifts.
You're welcome.
In the mall.
In any mall.
In America.
All right, I don't have anything. I was just trying to fill some time.
Yeah,
as you could.
There's nothing.
Tell.
There's literally nothing.
Here's what I think we've learned.
Okay.
Our formula is not necessarily flawed.
This is more interesting. I think, because you're right. This had a big point swing, but it had
a huge point swing. A
super low rating on IMDb.
Yes.
And a very mid rating on Google reviews.
60 something. Yeah, 63, something
slightly
like that.
Higher than average. And I agree. There is some look at that.
Dude, for real, if this would have been as entertaining, like if the second half was as entertaining as the first,
would have been a banger.
We would have had like an 8, 9 here.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know. First 45 minutes, we loved it.
Yeah.
And then it just
second half totally fucking blew it for me.
So, I think we've learned that we need to find something with an IMDb rating of maybe at least 3.
There's a minimum. Yeah, there's a minimum somewhere. There's a minimum rating for IMDb and then a maximum desired rating from Google reviews. And that's how you find your perfect shit.
That's what we're doing here, though,
We're just going to write an algorithm and learn how to do software, and we're going to make a program that will just give us the best bad movie ever.
Hell yeah.
Everybody else has already seen. They've seen them. They've rated them. You
Yep.
know, we don't have to watch all of them.
Well, you know,
Maybe just the good ones.
maybe just the good ones.
That'd
Yeah,
be something, wouldn't it?
that's what we're doing here, though. You know, we're watching the films that you shouldn't watch,
Yeah, and some that you
and
should.
some that you should.
Yeah, like Sunshine. But I don't know how many. I don't know, Valerian fucking whatever thumbs you give this thing.
Valerian.
Yeah, sure, with a B. That's what I said. What did you say?
Sure. Yeah, sure. What did you say? What about those little fucking carts that they were driving around the whole time?
Oh, okay, yeah. Actually, probably my favorite part of the whole movie is that they're driving around these, like, I don't know, golf cart looking things, but they're not golf carts. They look like the thing that Professor X, like his like hover chair,
Mm-hmm.
fucking cracking me up.
Yeah, it does look like
Because
that
I
a lot.
pulled up the picture. I was like, look at
Yeah.
this. And you're like, holy fuck. Yeah,
Wow,
it's
okay, yeah.
pretty much the same
Kinda
thing.
like
just gray instead of yellow.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golf cart, but without the top.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of like that.
And a weird
maybe
suit
like-
of armor on
Maybe
it.
like a mix of if a Zamboni was the size of a golf cart,
Yeah.
maybe that's what it is.
Like
Yeah.
a Zamboni mixed with a bologna.
Yeah.
Just a fucking...
So if you had 10 of those, that's what we're going with?
Yeah, 10 of those
Golf cart Zambonis?
golf cart Zamboni Professor X hover chairs. Yeah, 10 of those. How many are you giving this?
Ooh. Damn. This, not a good time.
Yeah.
I don't know. 3? 4? What? How do you even...
3.5
Yeah.
for me, which is crazy because I really was having a hoot.
It started as like a 7.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it sure did.
And
It
then-
started out real strong and just fucking goddamn.
Yeah.
I remember being like, holy fuck, this has got to be over. 20 minutes left.
Nope.
Fuck me. Fuck. All right. Yeah. I can't strongly recommend if you're just into old space shit. It's got neat props. Could say that. Not much of it, but
I guess.
it's got some. Anyway, moving on to the much more interesting next segment of the show, Birdman. What you watching?
Oh, shit.
It's actually been a little bit since we've sat down and done this, right? What's it been? Two?
It's been a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Actually, it's been more than that, right?
Maybe 3?
No. We did it on a Sunday, right? Or no, it was a Monday.
Yeah, we did it on
It was a
another,
couple weeks
like
ago.
a weird
on a Monday.
off day, yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, I haven't been watching. I don't think I've watched a ton of movies lately. I'm still watching the Great on Hulu. Super funny show. I know I've talked about it before. Still watching Psych with Carrie. Super funny, goofy show.
Oh yeah,
Older
guys,
show.
He's like a mentalist kind of thing.
He pretends to be.
Yeah,
He basically is just he just notices things like, just like huh, look at that.
Red scarf.
And pretends to be a psych for the police, like to get into the police department and help solve crimes and
Solve
stuff like
crimes
that.
and be a badass.
Yeah. So it's
That's
fun.
cool.
It's goofy. What else have I watched? No, I don't think I've watched just been gaming a bit.
Yeah, I got a couple watch things, and then
Okay.
we'll circle
Then
back
we'll
to
talk to
gaming. 'cause
gaming.
I got,
Yeah.
then we'll switch.
What you
gears.
got? What you got?
I recently watched Bones and All,
Hmm.
which is a
Bones and All.
Yeah. Really enjoyed it. It's
Timothy
got,
Timothy Chalamet.
Timothée Chalamet. He's that guy. If you've seen Dune,
If you'd see Dude,
like Doon. If you've seen Dune, he's the guy like he like crip walks through the desert to avoid the sandworms from Beetlejuice. I haven't seen Dune 2 yet. I want to though.
have you seen Dude too?
Dune
Though
2, Dune Control,
Duner.
Duner.
Oh, Mark.
Dune 2, Dune, where's my car?
Was Mark Rylance the one that you said was creepy?
Oh my fucking god,
In
dude!
this?
He's incredible,
Bones and
man.
all.
I like
He's a hell of an
since
actor.
it's a dude that I don't think I've ever even noticed before we started doing this podcast, and he's like one of my favorite actors that just pops
we did
up and shit.
If you like,
He was in Don't Look Up.
yeah, I almost recommend. I was gonna say if that's a super divisive film. I feel like
He's in another one called The Tailor, or
yeah, where he's like a tailor.
Oh yeah, dude, very good.
Good film.
Yeah, good. You
Okay.
could tell the production value wasn't quite there, but he's immaculate in it. It's
He's
really good.
he's awesome actor. Timothy Chalamet, Taylor Russell. Who is that? Is that the love interest?
Yeah,
in
actually,
Bones and All, I guess.
I think she's the main character.
Marin.
Yeah.
Oh, she's the main.
Mm-hmm. And she's in something else that I saw. Oh, she's in all the
Wings?
escape room movies. I don't know if you've seen one of those. She's in like 3 or 4 of them.
Escape Room.
Yeah, they're not
no, I
bad.
guess.
They're I don't know. I think they're interesting. At least they're not as paint by the numbers as I would think. They're not phenomenal, but they're not bad either. She's quite good in them though, and yeah, she's excellent in this.
Bones and All. Drama, horror, romance. That's an interesting combo, or
Yeah. So
trio there.
this girl has uncontrollable cannibalistic urges,
Oh fuck.
and her father eventually one day just like leaves her, and he's like, "Here's some money," and he leaves her a sad recording, and he's like, "Listen, here's the deal. Here's everything I know about you. I can't do this anymore. I can't protect you anymore." So she's on her own, and she goes out and finds out that there are other people like her that have this thing.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and it's dark and weird. It's good. It's good though, man. It's a good flick. I quite liked it.
It's crazy to think about all of the films that we do. Not all, but like the amount of the films that we do on this podcast are not an original idea. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, tons of them.
It's a novel or a short story, and
Yep.
I really love and appreciate when someone has
Something's fresh.
something's fresh. It has a unique idea. So
Yeah.
that's cool, man.
I like
I'll add
that.
to my list.
Good flick, yeah. I liked it quite a bit. I think we actually rented it. I'm very, very excited to watch Poor Things when that's
Yeah.
not
You talked
$20 to rent.
Yeah, you talked about doing that for the show.
Oh yeah, I want to do fucking Poor Things and Frankenhooker. They have the exact same plot. It's coming. It's coming somewhere down the pipe.
Be ready, folks. That's funny.
Speaking of coming down the pipe,
Whoa,
What?
wait a minute. What else you been watching, Dan?
what else have I been watching? I watched something else too, and it wasn't bad. What was it? Oh yeah, Shogun. I've been watching Shogun on FX,
Nice.
and it's good. It's got fucking Hiroyuki Sanada in it
As we talked about earlier.
as the titular Shogun. Good, juicy fucking show. Highly recommend. You got to be on board with subtitles because the majority of the show is in
is it?
subtitles.
Okay. Yeah, I liked it.
There are a couple of English speaking people on the show.
Dude, it's got a 9.2 out of 10 right now on IMDb.
It's a
Killing
fire
it.
show. Yeah, it's really good.
Cosmo Jarvis is in it. I don't know who's that.
I don't know who that
Should
is.
I know who that is?
Is that a dude?
That's a dude.
He looks familiar.
Hmm.
Like on screen, I'm like, man, I can't quite place this motherfucker, but I didn't have time to look him up.
Yeah. Who else? Anna Sawai. He's probably just got a bunch of people that we don't know that are
Yeah.
fucking awesome. And
Oh, and I also revisited an older film for another episode of the podcast that I'm going to record this week. The movie Split.
Split, you doing that for the show?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Nice.
Jackson's coming on for that one, which will
Cool.
air next week. So I'm not gonna touch on that, but yeah, really enjoyed revisiting that. Been a hot minute since I've seen that one, and I'm a big fan of James McAvoy.
Hell yeah.
He's a phenomenal actor.
Yeah, he is.
I wish he was in more phenomenal films.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, he's in, not like he's in a bunch of shit movies. He's not, but he's in some that really aren't great.
He was in Atonement. Never watched that.
James McAvoy?
Yeah.
Atonement. I feel like maybe I've seen that.
It's an older, 2007.
Is it about like a Catholic priest that goes to Japan or something?
Epic, period drama, romantic epic.
Epic. I'm close, at least.
No, I don't think that's what it's about.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Yeah. What else, Dan? Anything else? Watching any TV series?
He shoots his cars. I have. I'm pretty sure I finished. I don't think there's any more episodes. Finished the Dark Country season of True Detective.
Night Country,
Night Country, not Dark Country.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
I haven't
boy.
watched it. Did you like it?
Yeah, I did. I did very much. It's got a real X-Files vibe. The whole season, like, maybe something supernatural is happening. But I know that's not going to be the case, and it's not. So you get that great payoff towards the end of like, oh, maybe some people do have a more spiritual connection, but actually it wasn't really a spirit. Like, it was just murder.
It's just murder.
And just regular old everyday run-of-the-mill murder.
It's just, different murder.
Yeah, a more creative murder, certainly.
Right.
But yeah, I really quite like that. On my watch list coming up, I've got fucking Napoleon.
Okay.
And there's something else I really have been wanting to see. God, I think it's just Poor Things.
Poor Things, yeah. We touched on it earlier, but Civil War from Alex Garland.
Oh, that looks really good.
Super excited about that.
Yeah.
Hope it's good. I'm sure there are other upcoming releases that we're pumped about, but I can't really think about them right now.
Yeah. I don't know.
What you want to move on to some video game talk?
Yeah. What you been playing? It's the same segment,
except video games.
Yeah.
So I've been playing for the past few days Sifu.
Oh, nice.
Do you know much about Sifu?
I know a bit about it. Yeah, I think it was on Game Pass for a while.
Did you play it or no?
No. I think I might have booted it up and played a little bit of. Is it side scroller or am I thinking of a different?
No,
one?
it's not side scroller. It's a beat 'em. It's like a beat 'em up.
Oh yeah. I do know which game you're talking about. I remember I watched a trailer for it, but I think it's only on PlayStation. I don't know if that one's on.
No, it's
Xbox.
it's on everything.
Is it? Okay.
But after I'm done with it, if you want to borrow it, I have the disc.
Ooh, okay. Bet.
For, PS5.
I'll fuck with that.
Yeah, it's like a how would you describe? I guess it's kind of a. How did I describe? I can't think of the style of game. Fuck. Words fail me.
It's
right
like
now.
is it a like a time response, like button response thing?
No,
or is it more like
where you fight like you do different levels and you fight various enemies? Roguelike.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Gotcha.
It's a roguelike, essentially.
Okay.
A beat 'em up roguelike.
All right.
It's hard as fuck. But the reason I picked it up again is because they added an easy mode. I'm not kidding.
Hell yeah.
It's hard.
Hell yeah. That's what I've heard about it. Like, because I remember looking it up. You sent me a thing for it, and I watched the trailer, and I was like, "This is fucking dope."
Like, it got to where I had to put it down. I was like, "Okay, it's just frustrating me, and I'm not good at this."
Just getting angry. Yeah. Yep. I do that sometimes. I'll buy a game, and then be like, "Fuck!" I'm even more mad because I wasted my money because I'm not going to play it because I suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now that Sifu's added that easy mode, I'm all over it. I know that's pretty shitty of me, but hey, games are supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what I say.
So go fuck yourself if you don't like it. Go fuck yourself.
Well, I've been having a lot of fun with games because I bit the bullet and picked up a PS5. I don't know which button it is.
Yeah, it's
Maybe
fine.
this
It
one.
doesn't matter.
Okay, it's not
That's
that
good
one.
enough.
But imagine it is. Imagine that's the air horn. It goes a little too long. But yeah, I got the PS5. I really wanted to play, and this is going to sound stupid. The biggest reason I wanted to get it was so I could play Baldur's Gate at a higher frame rate.
Dude.
Which
is so weird that
looks
it's
awesome.
It's not.
But I also got Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, of course.
And God of War Ragnarok.
Did you already have that?
I had a code for
that's
God
right.
of War
Okay.
Ragnarok, yeah. And God, there might have been another. No, I think that was it.
If you can, when you're ready to play God of War, if it's cheap enough, I would try to play the first one first.
Is Ragnarok not the first one?
No,
Which one's the first one?
God of War, like
Just God of War PS4 or whatever.
Yeah, I guess that did come out on PS4, didn't it?
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah,
I think Ragnarok's like PlayStation exclusive, but of course you can play it on PC too.
But yeah, God of War from 20. Fuck, what was that? It's just like them rebooting the franchise essentially.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a more modern.
Okay, yeah, I'll pick that one up first.
2018.
So what I'm doing now is I'm playing through Spider-Man 2. So I can go back to Baldur's Gate and finish one of my 2 campaigns, the one that's further along.
Yeah.
But if I'm being honest, I don't know how much gameplay I have left. So I was like, I don't want to finish it yet. So I started a whole new campaign and sunk in another 80 hours into a different campaign. But I'm enjoying this one more, so I want to take my time with it. So I want to finish the other one that I've already done, so I can see like how the 2 end differently. Mm-hmm. And that's what I want to do after I beat Spider-Man 2, and then I wanted to go into God of War, because I want to... I haven't played a God of War game since the original one that came out on Xbox. It's been a really long time.
But that's a PlayStation only.
Is the original? Pretty sure I played it at a mutual friend of ours' house on Xbox. I know it was God of War, but I played the entire game.
No, it's always been on PlayStation.
Oh, okay. Maybe he had a PlayStation. Maybe I'm just tripping.
Yeah.
But I really, really, really enjoyed the first and only one I ever played. I know they've had a bunch of them since then.
Yeah, PS2 and 3, I think, like God of War 2, 3. But yeah, for real. When you're ready for it, if it's at a decent price.
I like a little, hey, let's do a puzzle. Hey, let's beat up a bunch of guys.
Yeah.
Hey, how many hits can you combo? Also, let's do another puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
This one's more environmental. This one's more like just logic. I love that. Here's a quick time event to beat a boss that you realistically don't want to fight. I'm all about it.
The only downside, I would say, sometimes the maps can be a little confusing.
Oh,
on the newer.
I'm not too worried. Fucking Baldur's Gate will make you like just want to print a map
right.
and put it on the coffee table while you play, because you're like, what in the fucking shit?
Going on?
Yeah, I finally found like 45 hours into the game, I found out there was an option to fucking make the map stay. So it just moved your cursor, but the map was locked to like northeast, southwest. Fuck. Jesus
game changer.
Christ. Yeah, game changer for like how just it's easy to get turned around.
Yeah.
But yeah, really enjoying the PlayStation 5. Super fucking cool console.
Fuck yeah.
I got Astro's Playroom came on it. I played a little bit of that. That's fucking really neat.
It's fun.
I like showcasing the hardware.
Yeah.
Like it's very, very cool. Very happy with it. A little on the pricey side, but
oh yeah.
I know PlayStation was like, oh yeah, it's at the end of life, and then everybody in the gaming community was like, are you fucking kidding me? So I don't think they're gonna do that. I don't think.
What do you mean? What?
PlayStation released a thing where they were just like having a conversation. In that conversation, they peppered in the PlayStation 5 is ending the near of its ending. It's nearing the end of its life cycle as a console. It's got like there's like 5 exclusive games for it. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, no. That's not
yeah. So and then they were like, oh no, that's not what we meant by that. So I don't fucking know. I'm not worried about it either. It's a fucking great console, and I fucking love it. And if I have the choice to play a game on Xbox or PlayStation, I would take the PlayStation. But I also have like the economy Xbox, which is awesome for the fact that I have 2. And, we can utilize 2 consoles because there are a lot of games that they're just more fun to play when you play with a friend.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, I think all consoles have their pluses. You know what I mean? PlayStation, Xbox.
I'm not a loyalist.
Nintendo.
What I'll do is I'll get one and I'll be like, that's what I got. And then at some point we'll get a different one and be like, now I'm playing this one.
No, I think you bought a PlayStation at the right time. Like, it came out, 4 or 5 years ago? 4 years ago.
Yeah.
But you got an updated, or like not really an upgraded, it might have a little bit of an upgrade. The slim model, which I think is a little sleeker. And when PS5 came out, you didn't necessarily have to have it because there weren't a ton of games for it. You know what I mean?
Like, almost no exclusives on release.
Right. And now that's the only bummer about it is like they do have good exclusives, but it's taking longer and longer for those games to come out because they're making them so much more expensive to make.
Oh, yeah. I don't mind the wait. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Like, I waited 4 years to buy the console.
Right.
It's fine. I don't care. Not in a rush. After the PS4 came out, I got a PS3. And I played through, I swear to God, because even Alicia asked me, she's like, well, what do you want? I was like, I'd kind of like a PS3. She's like, you don't want a PS4? And I was like, I don't want to spend the extra like $500. No.
Yeah.
I'd like a PS3. Like I've been playing.
I've
been playing Xbox for years. I want to catch up on some PS3 exclusives.
Some exclusives, yeah.
I bought a PS3, played the ever living fuck out of it for like 10 months, and then I was like, okay,
we're good.
Now I can get a PS4. I sold the PS3 and picked up a PS4, and then that was my console for a long time. And my kid likes to play on it, so I was like, well, I wasn't playing much. And then a coworker of mine was like, hey, mate, you should get an Xbox. So I got 2. Because I'm irresponsible. But yeah. That's what I've got for game talk. You got anything you're looking forward to?
Ooh, looking forward to.
I'm thinking about, I don't know if I should pick up Elden Ring or not.
It's fucking hard.
Once I'm done playing all these games.
It's super hard.
Is it like a Souls?
Yeah, that's the development team that makes it. It's like a Souls. I'm hopeful for a game called Rise of the Ronin.
Oh.
Have you seen this? Have you seen this?
No. Have you seen this? Have you heard about this? Yeah, welcome in my neck, guest.
It kind of sounds like just like a South Park character a little bit.
Yeah.
It is an upcoming team.
Yeah, Monica Lewinsky.
So it's a game set in Edo.
Edo, Japan.
Yeah, late 19th century, final years of the Edo period. So, just like action role playing game.
Nice.
It looks good.
Does it look like Ghost of Tsushima-y or
a little more advanced? I think because Ghost of Tsushima is way before this, right?
Oh,
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So, as far as like weaponry and stuff, a little more advanced. So,
yeah. There's guns and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, looks super fun. So I am excited about that. That comes out later this month. There is a Prince of Persia side scroller that I played a demo for.
Yeah, you were saying it was super fun.
Super
That's all
fun.
the reviews I heard. Everybody was like, it's fun as fuck.
Yeah, I kind of want to get that. I was waiting for the price to go down a little bit. I'm on a little bit of a budget right now.
A little bit of a budget.
Gotta watch what I spend.
Oh, yeah?
But, I don't know what else.
I got nothing else. I don't feel like there's any reason that we should drag this out more than necessary. But I feel like there was something else I wanted to talk about. Jesus, I cannot for the life of me fucking remember what it was. That I'm enjoying Spider-Man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I kind of wanted to talk to you. I mean, how far are you? Or do you know?
Maybe like 40-something%, maybe.
Okay.
Completion. I haven't been doing a ton of stuff. Like, what I'll do is I play a huge chunk of story, and then I stop and do a bunch of side missions. And then I do a huge chunk of story, and then I stop and I do a couple of side missions, and then I'll finish it off.
Nice.
It's just like my play behavior for the other Spider-Man games. I like the fact that for a little bit, they're like, hey, just be Venom.
Yeah.
Just for a bit.
Just for a bit.
You know what I mean? Imagine what it's like. Wouldn't it be cool to just be a giant fucking monster who could just fuck up a room full of people?
Yeah.
But they're right in the gameplay value losing a little something if that's the whole game.
Yeah, it
Like,
wouldn't make sense.
No, it's a wise choice to give it to you for a bit and then take it away and just go, yeah,
Hey, get back to reality.
Yeah, I'm sure there's like probably some new game plus or something that
they
has
haven't
some more stuff with that. Because I haven't finished it, but
yeah, they haven't added. I don't think they've added the new game plus yet, but it is coming soon.
how far do you think I am on the story? I'm at the part where the other symbiote people are just emerging.
Ooh.
So Kraven's dead.
Oh shit!
Spoilers for Spider-Man 2.
You might be well over halfway then.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm trying to. Yeah, it's
I played a good chunk.
Yeah, you might be well over halfway.
Okay,
If that's the case.
all right. Well, maybe we'll chat about it a little more after.
I'm excited. I want to hear. I want us to come back and talk about it once you've
Finished it?
Yeah, completely.
Okay.
Because I just want to know what you think.
So far, I will say I have had the pleasure of enjoying about 4 different Peter Parker symbiote storylines, 4 or 5.
Mm-hmm.
This being a new addition to that number. And I got to tell you, it's a pretty good one for me as far as like the suit like taking control of him and changing his behavior and stuff. I think that whole bit, very well done. I like it a lot.
If you're already there, I think you're probably.
Oh, shit. All right.
I mean, 75% maybe.
Oh, fuck. All right.
If I was to guess.
Maybe I should do some more side missions.
I would, yeah. Side missions are fun.
Button those up.
One more game I do want to mention.
Yes.
Coming out the same day as Rise of the Ronin. Dragon's Dogma 2.
Oh, shit.
Looks super good. Another action role-playing game from Capcom. Did you ever play Dragon's Dogma?
I think so. Do you have a picture of it? Here, I'll just I know I don't want you to fuck with spinning your laptop around. Let me look. Dragons.
I played a little bit of it. It was I think I played it way too late though. So it kind of aged quite a bit. But
you know what? I don't think so.
Dragon's Dogma 2. We'll have to check out a trailer after this because
I love an RPG, man. I love a fucking fantasy world where I can cast a spell and smite something with a sword.
Hell yeah.
I love that shit.
Oh shit. I just checked out the breaking news thing on my computer. It says Rust armorer Hannah Reed guilty of involuntary manslaughter.
Ooh.
You know that fucking
from
controversy?
the movie Rust with Alec Baldwin.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Guilty of involuntary manslaughter, huh?
Breaking news 2 hours ago. Crazy.
Wow.
That's wow. Sorry, that's
a topic for a different podcast, I guess.
Right.
If you want to get in contact with the show and tell us how you feel about that, you can always email the show. Dear friend. At itsjusttwomovies@gmail.com. You can contact us on any social networks at It's Just Two Movies. We're on Threads, Instagram, Facebook. Those are all the ones anybody cares about anyway. Do you leave a like?
Yeah.
If you could.
Do you like us?
And if you can't.
You guys aren't going to start sucking each other's dicks, are you?
Let's go that phone call! We're a one-eyed Batman!
Can I make a suggestion that doesn't involve violence? Or is this the wrong crowd?
Maybe we should call in a bomb threat to Houston. I think it's free beer night at the Astrodome.
The Jedi, Bob. We don't fight with guns, we fight with our mind.
Cousin, businesses are booming.
That is one big pile of shit.
Jog on.
It's Just Two Movies is a production of Blue Cheese and Bacon Studios and can be found wherever you get your podcasts.
All right, special thanks for the people who helped make this show. That is going to be Russ, Tafari, God-Sized and Growing, and SUNDS for our music, Lamplighter Productions for our artwork. Oh yeah, I definitely want to throw out a thanks to Dave, who takes care of our YouTube platform, and Justin, who has started doing our TikTok. You can find us on TikTok at Just Two Movies Pod. Yeah, so hit us up on socials and tell your friends and leave us a like if you could. That's the show.